What did we do on that last one, Mom? 24, 26, 34. Yeah. Perfect. Hey friends, so today we're going to be planting a 200 tree shelter belt to shelter my house and yard site here. It's going to be a fun little project here. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing and why. So let's get right at her, guys. So here I have 4 rows of trees. My house is in this beautiful, secluded little area and it's very sheltered, except for this one spot right here. The trees, they're just too thin in here, friends, and then the wind is able to come in. So I'm going to plant 4 rows of trees here to thicken this up. And then if you look on the distance there, there's a ridge, a hilltop, where the wind comes in from and the snow drifts over the hill onto my driveway, so then I get stuck. So if I plant a 200-foot strip up there too, I think this is going to be just perfect. 142, 150, 158. So friends, the trees arrive first thing tomorrow morning, but my mom and I, we dug all these holes beforehand. That way, once the trees come, we can get them into the ground, hopefully as soon as possible, and they don't sit around here and dry out. So we're all ready to go here, guys. We'll catch you tomorrow. Well, friends, it's shaping up to be an absolutely beautiful day to plant all my trees. I just picked them up. My mind cannot comprehend that there are 200 trees in here. I guess these seedlings, they're just so much smaller than I even realized. They seem to be holding the moisture good. We'll start with the spruce trees here. These are the lilac trees. No, they don't look what I thought they would. So we'll just get started here right away. Awesome. It seems like I didn't need to dig as big a hole as I did, but that's okay. The trees are very small, they're only seedlings. So I placed them in the hole, and then this stuff I dug up, it's got all this roots in it. It's kind of a pain in the ass to fill the hole. I got such a nice pile of black dirt, beautiful topsoil there. So I just picked some of it up. And this is working honestly just like $1,000,000. That's one tree planted. Just got a lot more to go. Okay friends, so I got the first 2 rows in quite quickly here, but it's very hot and dry here, and these little seedlings, there's not much to them. I don't want them to dry out, so I think I'm going to try and water these before I start on the 3rd and 4th rows. But guys really got to be careful that those seedlings don't dry out. I tried to put them in the shade, and they're wrapped in plastic, so hopefully they'll stay good. And yeah, a lot to do today. So I got 2 rows of spruce trees. These are the trees I want to look at for the rest of my life as I'm living in this yard site. I love spruce trees. They're going to be exactly the same as all these other beautiful spruce trees around the edge of my house. You know, even my house itself is made out of spruce trees, of course. But the problem with spruce trees is they take forever to grow. By the time these trees are big enough to actually serve the purpose of the windbreak, you know, it could be 20, 30 years. I don't know, a long time. So that's why I have 2 more rows of trees planted here. These here are poplar trees. Not the same as the poplar trees that are already here. These are a hybrid poplar, a fast growing poplar tree. They're very common and popular because they they grow extremely quickly. This allows this to serve its purpose much quicker. These fast-growing poplar trees will make this an effective windbreak much sooner than it would otherwise be. The drawback of these is quite the opposite. They're fast-growing, but they die sooner. But the idea is that by the time these are falling over, that the spruce trees are well established at that point. But I have one more row too. I should have dug all these holes just slightly deeper than I did. I didn't realize the roots are as long as they are. I'm sure there's a faster way to plant these, but I'm pretty happy with how it's going. This row here is going to be a row of willows. I'm not sure if they're going to work here. The previous two species, they're prominent here, especially the spruce. You know the spruce is going to thrive. They're everywhere. I expect the poplars to succeed. These probably do better in a low-lying, wet area. And this is more of a high drainage soil. But the reason I like them is because they're fast growing and they shoot out all over the place. Whereas the poplar trees, like right now and all winter when there's no leaves on them, there's not much actually there stopping the wind like how a spruce tree stops the wind year round with all its limbs and needles. These willows, they really shoot out, so I think they will be better in the dormant months at stopping wind and mainly snow from drifting here on the first row. Okay, we'll water these two and keep moving. I have a few lilacs here to plant just on this short row as you come into the yard here and make a little bit nicer entry than this broken old Dodge. Get that moved out of the road. Okay, I'm done with these trees. I got them all planted, but it's getting late here. I still got to do the other batch. I want it done today. My mom's coming to help me this evening, so hopefully we can get it done. So we got all the trees planted there last night, but this next step we're doing today is going to be critical to ensure that these trees really thrive. Oh yeah, this is going to work beautiful. It'll be so nice to use all that byproduct from log building. It's the first day we're really hearing all the songbirds and stuff come back, and it's really peaceful to hear it and feel spring coming on. There's really nothing better than working with nature, is there, Mom?
There's nothing better.
Okay, Mom, show what we're doing here, or what you're doing.
Okay, so I have a nice pail here of bark that was peeled off the logs, chainsaw shavings.
Yeah, it's just perfect stuff.
And we're using byproduct of the building process here to nourish these trees. So I built kind of a little trough around, just pulling back from the seedling, so it's not burning it. It's pretty rich. It's been breaking down in that pile for a while, so it holds the moisture in. If you're watering the tree, then it's going to hold the moisture.
Yeah, because there's so much more there to catch and retain the moisture than the light soil that it could just drain through, I guess, eh?
Right, and it's going to keep the weeds down, so it's going to lessen the competition around that plant. And as it breaks down, it's fertilizing the plant. So you're always going to be watching this, and when you're watering, you might replenish as needed.
And it keeps the roots cooler when it gets extremely hot.
Yeah, and actually in the winter, it can keep them a little warmer.
That's
So,
true too, I guess, eh?
yeah, it's moderating on the temperature.
And I know this works well because I've watched Mom do it already a couple times in different places with great success, really.
I can grow trees.
Perfect. I think we have a much better chance down here than we do up on the hill.
Yeah, the hill, the wind is very drying. It's also a little bit hard on them, right?
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how the different species do up there
Yeah, it will be.
versus down here where there's more shade.
It's just a night and day difference in how much nicer it is to work down here out of the wind than it is up on the hill.
Yeah. Because I have so many trees in my backyard, I create a totally different climate. Way more moisture, shade. It means I can grow grow a lot of different things just because the trees are already there.
It's a good thing I saved all this stuff because you sure wouldn't want to be paying for it. We're using a pale tree.
Yeah, and you know that'll disappear pretty quick. So of course we're going to be hand watering these trees first few years to get them established. We've had a couple of dry years actually. When you're watering by hand, these little water conservation ideas are very good. Like, we don't want these trees drying out. Then all your hard work's gonna go by the wayside.
Yeah, like last year we only got like just a couple inches of rain all year. Yeah, so hopefully all this time we spend now will really pay dividends in how quickly the trees grow, as well as save time in how much we have to water them.
I really like the choice of trees because the species that we're planting, they're all native. Like, as far as the aesthetic too, they're gonna blend in. You're not gonna have that feeling like it's an exotic plant that doesn't really blend into the environment. It's gonna be right at home here. Place for the birds to sing.
Because it's sheltered and because there is such beautiful trees, there's really a lot of birds. They really love to nest in the spruce trees. They really seem to be drawn to the lilacs as well, the nice little birds. They're so nice to listen to.
Yeah, they sure do like foraging in the winter on those lilac seed pods.
Oh, do they, eh?
Yeah, they eat the seeds.
Oh, nice. I gotta focus though, Mom. I'm so busy talking, I'm losing track of my job here. I'm looking useless. So we'll have to see how well all these seedlings end up growing. I'll show you guys in a couple weeks here in this video. It's sandy here, and it's quite dry. It hasn't rained yet this year, so I've been trying to water them every few days just to get them started. But I hope it starts raining and I can stop doing this, because it takes a lot of time to water 200 trees and I don't have a lot of time. It's the middle of May, so I didn't expect this at all. We got a day of rain and now 2 days of this snow. It's definitely going to be freezing overnight here, so I hope this doesn't screw up my trees. I hope they're able to withstand this. They should be able to, but hey friends, so it's been 1 month now and I want to show you how good the trees are growing, as well as the mistake, or maybe what I could have done differently on them. So fortunately this year we've already got more rain here in the spring than we did all year last year. I've only watered them a couple times, which is a good thing because it takes a long time to water 200 trees and I don't have a lot of time to spend watering. But let me show you how good they're growing. So you can see all this bright green is growth. Like, these trees have grown a lot. Starting off with the spruce. Like, I'm just very happy with them. Like, they all have so much growth. Like, you look at this tree, it's grown 3 inches. Amazing. I may be having slightly more success down here than up on the hill, but they're growing really nice up on the hill too. Awesome. My poplar trees are also growing very nice. You can see them here. Most of them have a few leaves. Like, holy man, look at this one. Wow, that's amazing. That one's really growing. There was a couple that didn't look very viable of the poplars, but most of them have thrived. And if there's 1 or 2 that die, I'll just go and replace them next year. No big deal. Now my last row of willows here, they surprised me the most because I wasn't sure how well they would do. And like every single one of them, up on top and down here, they look like this. Just awesome. So here's the problem and where it's the worst, because this has been fenced off, so nothing's been able to graze this, and it's so overgrown with all this other stuff. Now the mulch is really helping, but I think it would have been better if the mulch was a little bit finer. I just used what I had, but it's coarse enough. I think the grass can still kind of find routes up through it, and maybe it would no matter what. Maybe it's better to be finer, but I think we will try and put more mulch, me and my mom, over top to choke it off a little more, that grass around it. But I gotta show you some of these lilacs because they're blowing me away. This one is thriving so much. This one's like my favorite. It's been fun actually to watch them grow, and this one has grown so much. I mean, just check out how awesome this lilac is doing. That's one lilac right there. That's amazing. And they're all doing pretty good, but that one is just really thriving. Can't wait to see how that grows. And like, look at this one too. This mulch is really helping. You can see how much thinner the grass is, but just maybe a little bit close to the tree is where we're getting some competition, but we'll make some adjustments. So friends, thanks for watching. This has been a hugely fun project for me, and the biggest thanks goes out to my mom. She was a huge help in helping me with these trees. I had a lot of fun working with her. I should be a lot better about asking for help sometimes, because it's there's often not much more enjoyable than just working with people you like out in nature. And it was just such a fun project. It's hard to even call it work. This is one of a few projects I'm working on for you guys. I got a lot of work going on the house too that I hope to share with you here fairly soon. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope to catch you all in the next one, friends. And thanks for watching. I hope everyone is doing just great.